Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday evening edition of the Daily Dose. We are so glad you're able to tune in tonight and join us. Hey, we're going to take a minute right now, and if you would do something for us, if you've been watching this for a while, we'd love for you to do two things. Would you do this for us? Would you share this post if you're watching on Facebook? Would you share it on your own page? And would you also like this post? It's one of those easy little ways that you can help us spread the word. When you do that, it exponentially expands our reach and allows us to get the good news of God's love and grace out into the world. So if you take a minute and do that, we also want to invite you to join us this Sunday. This Sunday, guys, just a little reminder, this Sunday is a big day. It's Mother's Day. And we've got a great service planned for you. Folks, sit close to your mother if you're able to, or invite your mother to tune in with you this Sunday, because we've got a great Mother's Day service planned just for you. Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, right back here. Well, folks, it's time to dive into the Daily Dose. And Nolan has a new song for us today. It's called By Your Side. It's a reminder that you and I, we have a God who has a hold on us, a God who will never, ever let you go, a God who says, I'm going to be by your side every step of the way. Let's sing.
Why are you striving these days? Why are you trying to earn grace? Why are you crying? Let me lift up your face. Just don't turn away. Why are you looking for love? Why are you still searching as if I'm not enough? To where will you go, child? Tell me, where will you run? To where will you run? 'Cause I'll be by your side wherever you fall in the dead of night, wherever you call, and please don't find these hands that are holding you. My hands are holding you. Look at these hands in my side. They swallowed the grave on that night when I drank the world's sin, so I could carry you in and give you life. I wanna give you life, 'cause I'll be by your side wherever you fall in the dead of night, whenever you call, and please don't find these hands that are holding you. My hands are holding you here at your side wherever you fall in the dead of night, whenever you call, and please don't find these hands that are holding you. My hands are holding you. 'Cause I love you, and I want you to know that I love you, and I'll never let you go. 'Cause I'll be by your side wherever you fall in the dead of night, whenever you call, and please don't find these hands that are holding you. My hands are holding you here at my side wherever you fall at the dead of night, whenever you call, and please don't find these hands that are holding you. My hands are holding you here at my side. My hands are holding you. Amen. God bless.
Folks, it's good to be with you tonight. Tonight I want to talk about something that's maybe a little hard. And here's what I want to talk about. For me, faith has always been hard. It's never been something that's just sort of come easy to me. And I know for you as well as for me, there are people in my life at times who have said, "Oh, Hans, you just have to believe. You've just got to have blind faith. You just got to put your hands in God's hands." And faith was never that easy for me. I mean, for some people, faith was sort of like the faith I imagine Mary, the mother of Jesus, had. Sort of this blind obedience, this blind sense that God's got my back, I don't have to worry. But for me, faith has always been a little harder, actually. My faith maybe more resembles, if you're familiar with the story in the Bible, the story of Jacob and Esau. I feel like my faith has been more like this wrestling match that Jacob had with God, where Jacob wrestled with God day and night. You see, faith can be hard. And in these days during this coronavirus outbreak, I know it's even harder for many of you. So many of you have reached out and said, "Hans, where is God? Why would God allow something like this to happen?" And I think all those sorts of questions are sort of wrapped up in one big question that goes something like this: How can I believe in God if I don't see God? You see, it seemed like for many of us, faith was a whole lot easier when life was sort of up and to the right, when life was going well. But today, we're asking questions like, how can I believe in a God I don't see? Well, let me try this on with you. Try this out for a minute. You believe in the coronavirus, don't you? I mean, you believe that the coronavirus is real. Unless you're sort of a crazy conspiracy theorist, you believe that the coronavirus is a real thing. In the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, it says this: "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." You see, we believe in the coronavirus even though we don't see it. Why is that? Well, because we see the results, don't we? We've seen that 75,000 Americans have lost their life to date to the coronavirus. That's more than lost their life in the Vietnam War. We've seen that 300,000 people across the globe have lost their life. Incredible numbers. We believe in the coronavirus not because we see it, but because we see the results. You see, I want to suggest that the same is true for God. We believe in God not because we see God. We believe in God because we see the results of God all around us. If you've ever had the privilege of witnessing the birth of your child, you can't help but see the results of God. When that doctor places that child in your hands, he's placing into your hands the result of God's handiwork, and you can't not believe. Or how about this? When your spouse turns to you, when you know you are being a jerk, and says, "I love you anyway," you see the results of God. When your parents forgive you for something you did that you don't deserve to be forgiven for, you see the results of God. You see, we may not see God, but we see the results of God all around us. And that's why we believe, isn't it? When we see the kindness, the patience, we see the humility in people around us, we see the results of God. When we see the incredible generosity around us during this time of COVID crisis, we see the results of God. You see, we believe in God not because we see Him. We believe in God because the results of God's handiwork are all around us. The author of the book of Hebrews said these words, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Folks, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this with God, and we're going to get through this with each other. Have a good night.